And now an update for you. 2018 is now the deadliest year ever for Danville.
That's after this weekend's deadly shooting at a house party, which killed a 34-year-old man and sent another to the hospital. WCIA3's Eric Payne is here. So, Eric, how many homicides have there been so far this year?
I spoke with Danville's public safety director this afternoon. He says they've had 11 homicides this year now. 10 of those were shootings and 1 was a stabbing.
That is setting a new record in my understanding.
Last year, there were 10 homicides. Danville's public safety director says they aren't getting much support from the community.
The thing that we're finding, of course, with so many of our homicides this year, as we did with several the previous year, has been the lack of cooperation from people who are present and or around the situation or may have knowledge about what has taken place and are not stepping up and talking to police.
He says despite their See Something, Say Something campaign, it can be very disheartening when many witnesses don't cooperate.
They would keep it to themselves, rather looking at it almost as though they will settle the incident themselves, and quite frankly, that's probably happened in several cases.
He says there are several groups working with him to try and bring the violence to a halt. One of those is Danville's chapter of Moms Demand Action. Mary Roberson is one of their volunteers.
Frustrated. They seem to keep happening, and we don't know what to do about it. So every time I hear it, it's the anticipation of finding out who it is in a town this size.
She says they're working with the city and planning more block parties and other constructive activities. Those could include violence interrupters,
which are people who may be reformed gang members or, people who know that life, who have a little more credibility when dealing with some of these, the target population that we're seeing at risk.
And Thomason says they still need the community to buy in for it to work.
Give us the information, give us the names, give us their guesses or whatever, and let us work with those pieces. It's a puzzle.
Danville police are still looking for more information on what led to the death of 34-year-old Daniel Jackson. He was shot and killed at a house party over the weekend. Thomason says at least 50 people were there. Jennifer.
All right. Thank you, Eric.